This is Smallzy Surgery.
Hey, this is Hozier. You're listening to Smallzy on Nova.
It's been a long time, but look who is back on the show.
Hey,
Hozier, great to see you.
Thank you so much. You too.
You know, it's been, I think, 10 years since the first time we met.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's 2015.
Your hair is better than ever.
It's still growing.
It is.
Still growing up.
What
myself.
are the secrets?
You know, it's just, organic compost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever
Looking after yourself.
Yeah.
Pantene or something like that.
Yeah,
Washing it. Are you a head and shoulders like 2-in-1 man, or have you got a regime?
No, I wouldn't say I have a regime, but I go a little bit further than 2-in-1.
Okay.
But if that's all there is, that's all there is.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I just don't wash it a lot. I think that's
Oh, is that the secret?
Kinda, I guess so. I think that I wash it and ends up all over the place.
See what happens.
It's very frizzy, yeah.
Well, welcome back to Australia.
Thanks very much.
What a wild, couple of months you've had. This song has taken on a life of its own.
Yeah, it kind of has. It was kind of a surprise. Not a surprise, but it was kind of took me. Yeah, it was a nice thing to happen this year. You know what I mean? We released a song that was left over from the album, and I wanted to get all that music out there. People just really took to Too Sweet, and yeah.
Did you know? I think again, I think Take Me to Church took on a life of its own, and this has taken on a life of its own. And sometimes the songs that you just release, and you sort of just go, oh, we'll let the people do what they want to do with it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's not a big campaign behind it or a big idea.
Yeah.
And it finds its way.
It just found its way. Yeah. And I mean, I enjoyed the song. I thought it was it had some fun elements to it. It was fun and lighthearted, which is kind of one of the reasons why it did not go on the album, is that it was so kind of, which is funny. But had we not released it as we released it, there's no guarantee that it would have connected in the same way that it connected. So things, it just feels like it happened the right way. I enjoyed the song, but none of us predicted it was going to be a big hit.
Factually accurate song. Do you take your whiskey neat?
I do, in fact.
Black coffee?
I do, in fact. There's the odd time I'll put milk in the coffee if it's very early in the morning. But
is this a product of different milk in different countries? Because I'll share some coffee with you, ideas with you. I used to do milk, but then if you travel for work, you end up realizing that not every country's milk is the same.
Not all milk is made equal.
No, and you don't know that until you travel.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you go, I'm not sure I can brace for the impact of having coffee ruined.
100%.
So I've just do black coffee too
100%,
now.
100%, yeah. No, I totally agree. There was a time also, a lot of the time, my body just doesn't feel good if I'm having large amounts of milk also.
Are you one of those?
A little bit. I'm not lactose intolerant, but I'm just black coffee. I can drink a lot of black coffee and be fine.
Yeah.
But so yeah,
it's nature's energy drink.
It is. It's
isn't
just
it?
hot bean juice. You know what I mean? Just it's simple, calorie free.
Hot bean juice.
Yeah.
I love it.
I should market that.
You really should. And bed at 3 a.m. or p.m.
Oh yeah, no, 3 is actually a.m. all the time. And honestly, if I fall asleep before 3 a.m., 5 a.m. sometimes on the road, 6 a.m. I'm not a great sleeper. I'm just not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We are backstage at the Sydney show. The tour has been going great guns. Yes.
Yeah, it's been going really, really great. We were in Melbourne, Perth. It's great to be back in Sydney. I took a
the fans are camped outside.
That's wild.
It's something that you would normally see reserved for, let's say, pop star artists, where
a younger, better looking person than me.
Oh, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
Your hair is very good.
Thank you. It's all I have going on.
I just meant artists that sort of tend to have a lot of whirlwinds around them, and you're very low key.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I feel like a very domestic being for such a rock queue.
But they're lining up outside, in the rain for you.
Yeah, it's cool. It is cool.
Do you see that? Do you see that, and it gives you a little, just a little tickle? You're just I enjoy that. It's one of those things where it's it's not that what you set out to achieve, but when you see that, you go, I've really connected here.
For sure, it's super encouraging. I wouldn't pat myself on the back. You know what I mean? All too much about it, but as long as I'm glad it's not too hot out there. To be honest, there's some days when we were doing the States, you're looking at people queuing up or camping out, and I can't. That's so. It's incredible. It really is incredible. That's a level of support that you'd never imagine. So it's very, very encouraging.
Have you camped out? Would you camp out? Oh, you don't have to, because he gets AAA anywhere he goes.
But exactly to your point.
Would you camp out? Like, is there?
I've never I've queued to be to get to the front of a pit for festivals when I was like 17, 18.
Okay.
9 hours in a pit waiting to get
Wow.
to the front, and nearly fainting. Like I've been weak trying to do that, but never camp out. That's why. That's amazing.
That is crazy.
What commitment.
I think and I don't know about you, but like the older I get, the crowds just don't excite me like they used to. I kind of enjoy just to sit back a little bit. Like I don't need to be in the thick of it. Like I just enjoy a little bit of personal space around
100%.
me.
I think that's 100%. I don't know if I could do festivals. I used to camp out at festivals all the time. You're bringing crates of beer and whatever.
Sleeping in a tent.
Living in a tent, just roughing it, and it's great fun. But I think there's an age at which you lose
totally
the hunger for it.
Irishmen are having a big year, aren't you?
Yeah. Well,
do you have a secret group chat or something? How many of them are you? You're not a big country.
We're all the same man. So it's really, really hard to keep up,
Yeah. How can you be in 7 places at once?
Yeah, exactly. We're all just shape-shifting. No, but absolutely. Barry Keoghan, Paul Mescal having an incredible year.
Yeah, and you.
And I'm having a really, really great year.
Do you know each other? Do you know each other? Because I think it's like, and I'll only say this from an Australian point of view, is that when you become successful on a wildly global scale as yourself, and there's other Australians who are also. This is what I've been told. I'm not widely globally successful. But what I've been led to believe is that once you're on that global scale, it's like, oh, hello, I see you at an event, and our Irishness or Australianness connects us, so you get to say hello.
Yes.
Do you know any of the other?
I've met them. I've met Paul Mescal by chance. I bumped into him in a hotel lobby, and then again by chance.
And instantaneously, you'd be friends, right? Because we are somewhere on the other side of the world, and Irish. We get along.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's funny you don't have that thought when you're at home.
No.
And you see another,
see
another Australian on the street. I'm going to be friends with this guy. You know what I mean?
Could you go overseas?
Yeah, totally. But Paul, is such a lovely guy as well. So it's such an easy man to admire and love. I've spent a bit of time chatting with him. I would love to hang out more with him, and Barry as well too. I met at a premiere for a film he did years and years and years ago, but I've lost his details. I think I need to reach out again.
You should definitely. Yeah. No, definitely. I also saw a random fact: beekeeping.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you into bees?
I do. I keep a few hives back in Wicklow. Yeah.
Okay.
3 or 4 hives.
So when you're not traveling the world playing music, big house, big estatey type of farm thing, or are you one of these urban farmers that just grow something in their very small patch in the backyard?
Yeah, it's not quite a big. It's a couple of acres in the countryside.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a few hives there, 3 or 4. So, and I've an amazing neighbour and dear friend who, when I'm away, checks on the hives.
Okay.
Once a week.
Do you have the full?
I have the suit.
The full suit.
Gloves,
little smoker out there.
Little smoker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's fun. It's a very kind of pretty zen sort of practice. It's pretty. You just got to chill out and just make.
Is it the yin and the yang that sort of excites you about that? Because in one moment you're obviously here on the other side of the world playing 23,000 people in Sydney tonight, and then when that stops, you actually just like to connect to nature and just disconnect and do something with a completely different part of your brain.
I think there's something to that for sure. There's definitely, and I love where my home is in Wicklow. It's countryside. It's near the water. It's near the sea. It's near the.
Does anyone give a shit about you there? Or
in
not?
The village. No, the people are.
They go, oh, that's
very nice and very chilled out. Yeah. It's great.
I was just curious if your neighbours are dining out on that you're their neighbour, or
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Not that I know.
How many shows left before Christmas?
How many shows left? We have 5 shows. So we've 2 here in Sydney, 2 in Auckland, 2 in Christchurch, 1 in Auckland, 1 in Brisbane. So yeah.
And then you're done.
And we are done for the year. Yeah.
Christmas
I'm going to spend catching up with family, catching up with
What does
friends.
it look like? Do you do the cooking?
I will. I hope to help out with the cooking
okay.
this year. I think so. Yeah. So I'm aiming to. My mom is still she's she's works like a Trojan. She's just I don't know how she does it, but
yeah.
Yeah, it still remains a mystery to me how she can put together. But we'll have aunts and uncles and
everyone
and
come
cousins.
around.
Yeah, it'll be great fun. Yeah.
And then the repack of the album just in time for Christmas as well.
Yeah, we've got a deluxe coming, I suppose. Yeah, so it's all of the music that I released a few songs before the album. You know, there was a couple of EPs, so they never made the record. And then all of the songs that we've released up since then, so including Too Sweet and like Wildflower and Barley, That You Are, every song that has been released since the records, and I think some new music as well too. So
exciting!
Yeah, so
that's got new music on the
track
deluxe.
Yeah, that has not been heard. Yeah.
Would you like to give me some adjectives that would describe it?
Ooh, it's moody. It's a moody track. It's called Hymn to Virgil, and again, I think it was very specifically references in a kind of playful way Dante's Inferno, and a character in that, two of the characters in that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it should be fun.
What happens after this? You're about to wrap the interview here. A couple of hours before on stage.
Yes.
Talk me through. You gaming? Are you reading? Are you
might do a bit of reading? I might call
TikToking.
Yeah, when it gets to evening time here, it's kind of I might call Ireland.
Okay,
I might catch up with the family.
Welfare check with the family.
Yeah.
Yep, still here. Everything's well.
100%. Yeah, exactly. And but I warm up for a long time. I do like about an hour and a half or 2 hours of vocal warm ups. So. I'll do a good bit of that, I'd say.
And are you eating before or after the show?
I eat before, but like 3 hours before. So 6 p.m.
You don't want to be burping that up.
Oh my God! Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Right into the mic. Yeah. I've done it. It's not pleasant.
It is such a pleasure to see you again. I can't believe it's been 10 years since the very first time that we met. I sometimes you never realize how quickly time blows by.
I know, right?
And then it's like, oh my God, here we are. 10 years later.
It's very
It's absolute pleasure to see you.
You too.
Enjoy the shows tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon, all right?
Absolutely.
You're listening to the Smallzy Surgery Podcast.
Hear more from Smallzy live weeknights from 8.
Only on Nova.